Not wait for it to become popular, a fancy thing to do. Leadership recognizes a problem and acts to fix it. So I think we need to really appreciate. Okay. So in that spirit, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Hodan Isse. She's the spouse of the Somali Prime Minister. She's also one of us. She's lived within this diaspora issue of watching the country disintegrate and trying to do whatever she can from where she is. So please come on up and please give her a very warm welcome.
Take my glasses. I made some younger. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to greet you, the best greeting that's out there. I want to thank all of you who have organized this beautiful event. It's truly a partnership that I really greatly appreciate. My heart is full of gratitude as I talk to you tonight about what the Turkish has done for Somalia. August 19, 2011, with my own eyes and presence, the Prime Minister of Turkey, along with his family, wife, daughters and son, and important members of his government, had the courage and the compassion to come to Somalia to see for themselves the terrible starvation, massive internally displaced, famine-stricken Somalis. Most of them were sadly women and children. By doing this, the Prime Minister, His Excellency, awakens the world to the dire humanitarian crisis situation in Somalia. Their brotherly visit caught the world by surprise. It's this support that went beyond personal gratitude or material gain that made us love your country and your country people so much. By visiting a land that so many in the world have forgotten for decades, some dubbed us senseless, violent people who were just killing each other. Turkey's Prime Minister and his people provided a glimmer of hope to the most vulnerable Somalis, among them the poor, the children, the youth, the elderly, and the women, who lived through 20 years of abject poverty, civil war, internal displacement, political inequity, unequal access to economic resources, which culminated to massive unemployment youth that now we call pirates, terrorists, failed migration, and miserable youth. In fact, I call them unemployed youth as a weapon of mass destruction. At the same time, and possibly just as important, you have inspired other nations and created a renewed interest for Somalia and Somalia. But also at the same time, and possibly as important, you have inspired Somalis living outside Somalia to offer their abilities and expertise in helping to build their country. Your visit to Somalia is the most unifying action that occurred in Somalia for 2 decades. And unifying effort is the most scarce resource in Somalia now. We need Turkey to be partnered with us because we're so polarized, we're so divided, and we're so destroyed. All in all, we truly appreciate the overarching and compassionate leadership the Prime Minister of Turkey and its people showed. The risk the Prime Minister and his family and his countrymen took in coming to the most dangerous country in the world was well worth it, as it saved millions of lives. Today we are giving you a tiny bit of the delight in the fruits of your unsurpassed compassion, leadership, and caring for Somali people who suffer so much. Your proposed solution and partnership to rebuild Somalia from the ashes are badly needed and welcome. The countless volunteers of Turkish workers, doctors are truly appreciated. Indeed, Turkish people are friends in need and friends indeed. Okay, now it's my turn. Sometimes when you are given the opportunity to have the microphone, I wrote my wish list. So my Turkish ambassador and his wife and the dignitaries who are here, I cannot name them all since I'm not good at names. This is since we are partnering, and in fact, what I like about this whole partnership is the fact that we are equals. Somalia has been treated like they were the subservient. Most countries who helped us before, we were the subordinates, they were the superiors. I like the fact that we are equals and we matter that way. So my first wish list is that please help solve the abject poverty. As an economist, I think the most critical issue in Somalia is the lack of equal access to commonly owned resources, national revenues, and development aid. My wish is that your help reach the most needy and the intended recipients. Please help Somali institutions. I hope whatever contribution you give, be economical, social, or political, will be transparent, accountable, and fair to all, so that your help does not ignite or spark clan hatred, divided community, and corrupted bureaucrats.
Thank you.
Finally, whatever economic resources you provide should be used to resolve 2 decades of conflict, polarization, and corruption, not used as a mechanism to starve the mass and enrich the few. So help us to do that, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, we could give her a better thank you for that. That was a fantastic. I know all of us have been sitting, and our program is stretching a little bit. We're known for that as Somali people. We're going to stretch the clock. I promise you we're getting to the tail end of our program, and we have a video that's coming up, but one quote as that's coming up, you guys are putting it up, one quote that I just heard Dr. Hodan say, the only unifying action in Somalia in 20 years was the Prime Minister's visit. So, and if you look around, the level and the numbers of Somali people here gives you an indication. We're never on time, and we came on time tonight. So it gives you an appreciation for the value with which we place his visit. So we're going to have a quick video done by one of our young people. He's actually at school, university, and he wanted to do the poem. He couldn't be here, so it'll be a quick short, and then we'll continue on. Good. It's Hassan's son.